Good afternoon, YouTube family. South Texas Prepper here. Today's August 18th, 2024, Sunday afternoon. Guys, I wanted to talk about today. I think the title of this video, I'm going to name it something like to the effect of just because it sounds silly doesn't mean that it can't happen, or something like that, something to that effect. And what I'm talking about, guys, is we're going through a presidential race right now. We have the Democrats and the Republicans, and the more this goes on, the more ridiculous everything sounds, So I noticed that after the health crisis, like in the days of the health crisis in 2020, that actually, I'm lying. After 2016, when Donald Trump became president, I started noticing a lot of it almost got like a reality show. They were having like cabinet meetings. They were televising them. They were showing like how when they're disagreeing on these meetings. It just looked, I was like, man, what's going on? But the Democrats seem to, and again, guys, y'all know me already. I'm not either party. I'm not. I'm about the Constitution and our God-given rights. I'm for capitalism, morality, all those things. That's what I'm for. That's what I stand for. Being good to your neighbor, just being a good person. That's what I'm about. So I don't fall for the Republican Democrat thing. I'm not about that. But y'all already know that. So the Democratic, the one that's gonna run against Donald Trump, it's gonna be Kamala Harris, and she's talking about what is gonna be her economic platform, I guess, and she's been talking about price controls. Now, if you know anything about, if you grew up during the Cold War, if you understand basic economics, you know that price controls lead to shortages, and it's never good, because the thing is that they're blaming capitalism on inflation and all that, like the prices and all that corporations are charging a lot of money, this and that. That's not true. Now, it is true that corporations and the government have been in bed. It's almost fascism. That's true. Crony capitalism. It's not capitalism. It's crony capitalism. Okay, so before I get off topic, my thing is that price controls to me sounds ridiculous. I mean, on its face, right? But so the thing is that the left, right? The left seems to, they're very emotional. They use violence. They're more prone to use violence. They use laws, like they'll pass laws. The local governments, they pass leftist laws to me, right? They're more the most ridiculous things, guys, right? And if you read Sal Alinskis Rules for Radicals, if you read that, it says in there that one of the ways to get your way is, no matter how ridiculous things sound, you push that narrative and you stick to it, and you make fun of the other side that's trying to use common sense, right? Well, unfortunately, you try to explain to people what's going on, right, and what these things are these things that they're planning or what they're doing is not beneficial to our country and to people in general, right? Because they're stuck on the party, on the Democratic Party or the Republican Party, there's no, you know, a lot of people will not stop and think, okay, am I, you know, what are the issues, or, you know, the agenda? What is it? Is it really right? Is that the right thing? I've been noticing that like with the BLM, during the BLM riots, this woke culture, right? It's leftist, right? It's a leftist. It's coming from the left, right? This woke culture, the DEI agenda, diversity, inclusion, whatever, that those are all things that speak to people's emotions, right? Their feelings. I'm just gonna put it out there that that's BS, man. You know, yes, our emotions have some kind of they have a role to play in our lives, and but you know, emotions, you don't make decisions based on your emotions. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, a lot of these policies that are coming from the left are ridiculous. I mean, they sound ridiculous, and people, I think a lot of people sometimes just dismiss them out of hand because they sound stupid, or, you know, nobody's gonna take it serious. But the thing is, guys, is that not only are they taking it serious, or, you know, they're actually doing it. They're pushing through laws that little by little, you know, it's like in I believe it's in England, in the UK, where, you know, the government has said that you cannot speak about, you know, a certain subject, or else you're gonna go to jail. There's censorship, and it's based on, you know, and it started, I remember it started in the 2000s, like in the, you know, in the like 2016, 2015, whatever, that, you know, you can't hurt people's feelings. You know, you have to, you know, it goes against community guidelines. When does that, you know, we all know as adults that, you know, of course we're not going to be out there insulting people or acting like assholes, right? Excuse my language, but, you know, we're going to act like adults. But they've taken it far, you know, way past, you know, to the point of, like, it's ridiculousness. They're even passing, you know, civil rights Title 9, all these different things that the court is passing, about, you know, counting all these people as, like, you know, you can't, you know, like discrimination and all that. They've gone past the point where, okay, some of these laws were fair, there was something to it, right? But they've gone way overboard. So my point, guys, is that people better wake up. You know, and honestly, I don't even know what we have. I mean, if we even something can be done, but I do get hope, because a lot of these diversity agendas and policies, people just, a lot of corporations were like, man, you know what, we're losing money. You know, this is stupid. You know, and they decided, like, you know what, we don't want no more of that. We're not playing that anymore. So I guess there's still a chance, but some states are more into that than others. But my thing is that, in my opinion, when in the 2020 presidential race, you know, the guy that won, I remember people talking about that, you know, the chatter started like, yeah, he has a chance, and like his numbers are moving up, and I was like, there's no way. I mean, there's no way that, that people are going to accept that. I mean, you can tell it's a blatant lie. The numbers are being manipulated and all that. The election, in my opinion, was manipulated, right? Things like that. And at the time, I was like, there's no way, it's going to come out. The truth is going to come out or whatever. But it just goes to show you how much the system was taken over, how much it's corrupt. And I think that don't take common sense for granted, because our system is not being run morally or with common sense. People are they'll blindly follow policies just because it comes from their political party, even though it might not be right. Their allegiance to the political party trumps, or is more important than the actual morality or whether it's good or bad. As long as it's from their party, they're gonna support that person. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that just because it looks ridiculous on its face or it sounds ridiculous, these people will, and there's no way you're thinking, well, there's no way it can pass, there's no way that it's gonna happen. Guys, these past 8 years or so, this country has gone down fast. It went down like quick. And the way people reacted, so many people reacted and just rolled over and laid down to authority, to supposed authority during the health crisis. I was like, wow, it showed the powers that be that all the psychological warfare and the social engineering, it worked. Now I did see a lot of people also, like-minded people like myself, that didn't fall for it. They didn't, they studied, or they did their due diligence, not just go after, not just take the word of some people, of some supposed doctor or medical authority that is pushing an agenda. It's just being told what to say. The thing is, a lot of people put their kids in harm's way, put their loved ones, their grandparents. It was just horrible. But anyway, it just showed that some people just very gullible and very childlike. Didn't do any studying, didn't do any due diligence. They just went along and just did what they were told. But anyway, guys, the reason I'm making this video is because I'm seeing a lot of things that are happening all over the world. A lot of things that are happening here in America, and they're converging. They're starting to get closer and closer, converging, right? Like a perfect storm. We're in the middle of a reset right now. The entire paradigm of the way money is, the way it works, it's being rewritten right now. It's been rewritten, and right now we're in the process, in the assimilation process, right? But eventually it has to change over, and I don't know what the trigger of that's gonna be, but I feel like there's gonna be a period of time, maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a month, maybe a few months duration of where things are gonna be hard. Things are gonna be hard. There's gonna be violence. There's gonna be a lot of civil unrest, a lot of economic hardship, and it's gonna be on a wide scale. And all these things that are related to each other are converging, and it seems like that point is like we're on it, or we're getting close to it, very close. And the more I see the Democratic nominee, the more I hear her talk, and the way I see people supporting her, or the things, it just boggles my mind. There's no seriousness, there's no gravitas, you know what I'm saying? I see people making like videos for the Democratic nominee, and their dance videos and shit like that. It's crazy. The rest of the world does not take America serious. I mean, our political leaders they're clowns, and they're not working on our behalf. They're working for themselves. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. You know, that's the truth. So just, you know, be preparing, guys. Be preparing. Prepare yourselves, like, you know, with, of course, having extra food and all that. That's very important. Prepare yourselves and having the tools necessary to be able to defend what you have, to defend your loved ones, to defend yourself, your property. Prepare yourselves mentally and spiritually for the hard times that are coming, and you know, and you might ride it out. Maybe you've been preparing, you know, you've been ahead of the game, and that's gonna help you just go with the flow, ride the storm out, because you've been preparing. And maybe one day you're gonna say, man, it didn't even happen. Like, you know, the SHTF didn't happen, or whatever. It's not that it didn't happen, guys. It's that because you were prepared, you didn't feel it. Whether you positioned yourself working in a field that was gonna be able to ride out this storm, or whether you were able to pay off your debts, and whatever that may be, you might think, oh, well, it never happened. Well, yes, we're in the middle right now. We're in the middle of it, you know. But because of the way you prepared, you might not feel it. You know what I'm saying? You might not get the full force, the brunt, because you were prepared and you've been preparing. So, you know. But anyway, guys, it's a beautiful day here. Very hot. It's been very hot for the past month and a half. It's just been non-stop heat here in Texas. But still, I mean, if you're from Texas, especially South Texas, this ain't nothing new. So, you know, it gives us a break from cutting the grass, because the grass stops growing so fast from the heat. But gives our wood that we've cut down, gives it a chance to season from the heat, you know. But for the winter. But anyway, guys, hope you have a great weekend, great into your weekend. You know, just keep doing what you're doing. Live your life to the fullest. There's so much. Life is, you know, that don't mean that we can enjoy life. That's what we prepare, so that we can, you know, take care of business first, and then, you know, enjoy our lives. Go to eat, go out to eat, go do some shopping, whatever. Spend time with your loved ones. You know, go visit parks, places, whatever, you know. But anyway, guys, hope you have a great rest of your day. Y'all take care of each other and love each other out there. That's what we're here for. God bless.